I'll tell you what I do. Often people ask me, Gulraj, आप क्या करते हैं? And I say, you know what, from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm a leadership coach, and after 5 p.m. I'm a follower. देखो रोटी भी तो खानी है घर में. Now, I'm an industrial psychologist, and what that means is I'm the go-to guy when people talk about efficiency, productivity, and how to get the job done. Now, I specialize in an area called influence leadership. I teach people to become people of great influence. That person in that organization who everybody aspires to be, I help people create that person. I help people become that awesome negotiator. जो लोग कहते हैं चलो जी जो आप कह रहे हैं आपको तो मानना पड़ेगा. This is what I help people do. And there are many organizations I'll work with, but you know, and I'll tell you about that later on. But this is something that I think that I'm trying to make the biggest contribution I can in the way I can. So let me tell you how and what I do. Now, I have 3 programs, my LEAP, my PUSH, and my ONE program. Now there's little acronyms here, आपको दिखेगा नहीं, but my LEAP program is my Leadership Empowerment Program for Profitability. That's a program, that's a boardroom program. I have about 10 to 15 people usually, तकरीबन 10 से 15 sessions होते हैं, and we really hammer out strategies on how these companies can be the next big thing. The problem happens that a lot of companies come to me and say, you know what, our staff, they need to be more influential. They're not able to get the job done. Where is our boardroom going wrong? And story वही की वही होती है. What got them here will not get them any farther. अब 1000 crore की कंपनी बन गई है, and now they're not able to grow. Stagnation हो रही है, and that's when I come in. And this is how we set goals to make them that 10,000 crore company. That's what I do in my LEAP program. My PUSH program, this is one of my favorite programs. This is a very humorous, this is a very intense program, a lot of brain racking. My PUSH program is for the lower, the one step lower. It's for the senior managers and the mid managers. These are around 20 to 40 people in each session, and it's an incredible program. I keep them laughing, I keep them entertained, but I also beat them up a lot, because these are the people who have to lead the company now, and this is what the company hires me for, to groom these people and make them superstars. My ONE program, this is my one-to-one program. I love this. It's called Onset of a New Entrepreneur. This is my one-to-one coaching program. This is what you heard about, that I'm an ICF coach, and I'm also a Marshall Goldsmith certified coach, which is a rare thing in India. And I'm also, I've just become, after following Suresh Ji's lead, I've also become a Gallup coach as well. Yeah, thank you very much. So these programs, what they help me do is create people who are individual superstars, and we do a few sessions with them, maybe 10 to 15 sessions, and from then onwards I don't need to handhold them anymore. Then they're on their own, and they take themselves and their companies and their employees and everybody else, and especially their profit line, to new levels. So in this one-to-one coaching, a CEO of a company, I was telling him, you know, if you take this stuff seriously, I'm going to change your life. He was taken aback. He said, what, are you serious? You're going to change my wife? I said, देखो ख्वाब देखने बंद करो. Life, I'll change your life. Now, how I do this is I use a lot of humor. I use a lot of role playing. I use a lot of interaction. I have a very North American style in how I deliver, because I was born and brought up there. So this is what I had seen all my life, and it was a little unique. It's still a little unique here in Indian industry, क्योंकि यहाँ people are more used to giving lectures and speeches, and I get to give them workshops. I mean, आप देखो, a room like this, if I was teaching a room like this, I would be the luckiest person, because it's such an interactive room उस वक्त when I'm teaching them, that I get to learn from 20 people and they just get to learn from one person. So it becomes so interactive, and और कोई ना सीखे, मैं बहुत कुछ सीखता हूँ लोगों से. So this is my style, and it's a little different than a lot of people, but it's a big thing. Now, I use a lot of storytelling as well. Anybody who's been to any of my presentations or workshops, there's always stories, because अक्सर आप ये phrase सुनोगे कि facts tell but stories sell, and storytelling is what keeps people gripped to what I do. Now, इसमें I'll tell you the why I do this. I migrated to India in 2002 because I had उस वक्त ना वो जवानी का जोश होता है. You want to change the world, and I wanted to make the hugest impact to my country. I wanted to do so much here. I'm still a Canadian citizen, but I love India, and I'm going to be here for the rest of my life, because this is what I think I can contribute to this nation. contribution. The other contribution I have is when I am able to contribute to companies' balance sheets. When they can circle a 30 crore or 100 crore in their balance sheet and say, okay, you know what, वो जो गुरुराज सिंह शाहपुरी के साथ हमारी interventions चल रही थी, this is the result of that. That's what makes me happy, and that's what makes me sleep well at night. Now, these are a few of the companies that help me pay my car's petrol bills. So please introduce me to other companies that can help me pay future bills as well. Many people say, Guraj, आपका social media, thanks to Wilander and team, कहते हैं Guraj, आपका social media इतना strong है, you don't need any introduction. In fact, I do need an introduction, and I'm going to teach everybody how to introduce me. Now, this is a script, and I'll read this out with you. This is a script that I think you would have a very easy time in introducing me to. And ये script जो है, you don't have to memorize it because I can send it to you. But it basically says that I can introduce you to the person when it comes to influence and charismatic leadership training that will help you manage, help your managers and mid-managers and turn them into a superstar. Can I bring him over for a cup of coffee? Now, the key words here are, can I bring him over? The keywords are not, can I reconnect you? No, I would like to meet your friends and your acquaintances with you. इकट्ठे चलेंगे, we'll have a cup of coffee, and that's when you'll really see what I do. क्योंकि उनको समझाते I will also be able to explain to you what I do as well. क्योंकि वो business development meetings में तो बहुत कुछ मैं सिखा पाऊंगा, but it won't be enough. When I'm sitting with an actual potential client, that's the game changer. Achha, so thank you for this. I wanted to leave it open for questions and answers. So based on this, if you have any questions, this is the best time to ask. So who has some questions?
Well, not a question exactly, but
okay.
I need, can you send a script?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's very helpful.
In fact, I have a longer page with 4 different types of scripts. And if you'd like, I can send them to you for 2 reasons. Firstly, that would help you to connect me to 4 different types of people for my 3 types of coaching that I showed you and off-site coaching that I do. Kal I'm going to Kasoli, taking a company off-site for 5 days. So those are the type of coachings I do as well. But दूसरा benefit of script का ये है कि I would like you to also copy that format and make it so you can send it to the other members. कि हमें आपको introduce करना हो तो at least we know how to do it, right? So take my lead in that. Okay. Chalo, wonderful. Any other questions? Haan ji, yes.
How much do you charge for different programs?
My rate is exactly the same, whether it's a one-to-one coaching or whether it is whether I do a corporate training. I charge 20,000 rupees an hour. That's my rate. Yes, Stephen?
Your bio told something about the magazine that you have been featured in.
Yeah.
So what are those things?
Oh yeah, I was featured on the cover of Franchise India magazine, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And Franchise India is a magazine, they're the second biggest franchising company in the world. When I moved to India in 2002, my goal was to create such a huge impact on the country that I said, let's do it with the leaders of tomorrow. So we started life skills and leadership programs for children, and it became a huge franchising concept. In 2014, I started leadership coaching myself because वो बच्चे बड़े हो रहे थे, and they would say, you know what, are you dealing with industries? क्योंकि now we're getting hired. And that's when I moved my own focus. वो company अभी भी चलती है, but that's when I moved my own focus. But thank you very much. Last question, Will, until no more. Haan ji.
What's the size of industries that you want to get as clients?
Yes. You'll hear in my elevator pitch that I like you to connect me to mid-sized corporates. Although I have large corporates as my clients, but in mid-sized corporates I see I can make the biggest impact because those poor folks, they don't have their own leadership teams. They have an L&D head, and that L&D head's job is to hire people like myself and get them connected with his company or her company, and so I can do deliveries. But in larger companies where they have their own L&D heads and their own L&D teams, that's not a good connect for me because they are set in their ways. And even if you do connect me and they'll just give me a PowerPoint and say कि आपने बस यही सिखाना है. You cannot go left and right from this, and that's not my strength because I create my own courses based on what their needs are, not generic courses that they teach. Right? Chalo.
Mid-sized company means which kind of turnover?
Typically anywhere between 500 crores and 2,000 crore turnover. Even smaller, even down to 100 crores as well, but typically between 500 crores and 2,000 crores. Okay? Chalo ji, wonderful. You guys have been awesome. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.